Okay, we're back. I had to go ahead and I got all this lined out across through here, starting over here in the corner, making sure that it was level this way, which if you come around here, you can see it, it's right on it. And then plumb, making sure I'm plumb, right here, plumb right on it. Then I come out of the corner, and this right here is where I was talking about. We're going to have another filler. So after I set this corner cabinet, I went over here to the sink base, got the center of the back of the cabinet, put me a mark there. Then on the inside, I had to drill the plumbing coming through the wall, and then I had to get this dimension from the sink base all the way over to the corner. So I had 35 and 5/16. So with the dishwasher going here, this was 2 foot for the dishwashers, which you allow. And then I had a 9-inch cabinet. So that 9-inch cabinet and 24 make 33 inches. So this filler had to be 2 and 5/16. So I ripped it on the table saw outside. And then I come back in and I screwed the filler to this cabinet. And then I screwed the cabinet and this filler through this corner cabinet into the filler. And then when I checked my measurement, I had 2 foot. 2 foot for the dishwasher. So on the back, if I wouldn't have, I went on and put a block back here in the back. I don't know if you could see it or not. But right here, I just cut a 2x4. How I determined what that was is I took this dimension right here, which was 2 and 7/8, and I cut me a block 2 and 7/8 to keep this cabinet square to this cabinet and to maintain my 24 inches. So now that all this is on here, over to this area, I'm going to show you how to set this cabinet and how to keep your dimension for your stove in the middle. And then we'll set this end cabinet over here where the trash can goes. So what I've done is I went on and got me a dimension here over to this mark. That's where this cabinet should set. I haven't put it in there yet, so I'm going to double check and see how good it is. I'm lined up on my line because all I did was take the dimension and plumb that line. So now I'm going to take the long level and go from the corner over to this cabinet to make sure it's level. That's pretty good right there. So all I have to do now is screw this cabinet to the wall. Just like before, on the top ones, I had all my studs marked down through here and going across this side. So I knew where to put that. So now what I got to check here is make sure I have 30 inches here. And on this dimension, 30 inches. So if everything is level and plumb and you have the right dimension in the back, the front should stay right where you need it on the 30 inches. I'll double check this. That's plumb. Check this one. That's plumb. And on the 30 inches, I always like to check on the top and the bottom to make sure it's not leaning a little bit. But I am right on the 30 inches. So that in there was, that was a pretty simple one. all you had to do is just maintain your 30 inches in between and make sure that you're level and plumb up the side. So we're going to proceed on over to this end cabinet. I'm going to go ahead and get my levels, my drill. As I was putting this across through here, the cabinets, you always want to double check and make sure that you're level, everything's hitting good. I always check it in the back and the front. So, I mean, it's showing right on it. So, and as you see at the bottom, you can see how the floor is out a little bit. That's where I had to shim that up at the bottom to keep it plumb up here in the front. Because the wall was out a little bit, so I had to add a little bit of shim in the back to lean it out to keep it plumb. So we're going to go ahead and set this cabinet here. As you can see back here on the back, my level line that I had going, that we did on the layout, I'm still right on it. So what I have to do now is that the floor's out of level a little bit, so I'm going to pull this one over, try to maintain my distance in between. That comes out flush. Now I'll make sure this is okay. Try to maintain the gap in between the cabinets. Keep the same reveal. That keeps one square to the other, which makes it go together a lot nicer. So now I just take my clamps, like we did before on the top cabinets. One at the top, one at the bottom. And make sure I'm good at the top first. I'm good. So I'll take my drill bit again. And you just go in between where the drawer goes in. These are where the drawers go. This is where the trash can slides in. Pre-drill your hole. And then I take another little bit here. It's called a countersink bit. It's tapered. It's got like little knives on it, just like a drill bit. So I put it in there, and what that does, it countersinks that a little bit to let that head of that screw suck back in there so it's flush. See, that makes it nice and flush. Actually, it's below the wood a little bit, which that's fine. So now I loosen this one up. Make sure I'm good down here at the bottom. Sometimes you got to take a little shim, do a little persuasion. Take a little shim out of the front. This one's being a little stubborn. Sometimes you get that. So now I'm nice and flush across the front. I usually like to put 3 down through here. I usually try to get my middle, or my middle's usually last, do my top and then my bottom. And to put these cabinets together, I use a 2.5-inch screw. It's 3 inches. Each style is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, so I go with a 2.5 inch. That way I know that I'm into the wood good enough. Being a little stubborn. So now I got the top and bottom. I always double check it, make sure. Sometimes these cabinet fronts are bowed a little bit with some flush here and flush down here. So sometimes you got to knock this out a little bit or tap in. This one's being stubborn. Still got them. Flush there now. I'll go ahead and put another one in the middle. Moved a little bit. So after you get them screwed together, make sure you're good at the top still. Then I take the level, make sure I'm good all the way across the back. That's level right there. Then I bring it out the front, make sure we're good here. This end of the cabinet needs to go up a little bit. Slide my shim in. A little bit too much. There we are. So now that we have it good there, I always check the plumb. If it's level, it's usually plumb. Good. Make Make sure we're back against at the bottom. And come over, like I said, that's 16 inches on center for the studs. And then fasten it to the stud. Right beside it. So I angle it a little bit. Sucked it back to the wall. It should be good. We're good. We're good back here. So doing cabinets, it takes some knowledge and some getting used to, and little tricks that you can do, and making sure everything's level and plumb. But as you can tell, we've had a pretty good day to get all these cabinets in. So when we come back next time, we'll have a full video with all the doors on, the trims on at the top, all the hardware and everything on. Have a nice day.